Hey everyone, Darren here from the Music Vault, coming at you. It's been a while since I did a video. My wife's at work, my oldest daughter's at school, and the two youngest are sleeping. They have a PD day today, so I figured I'd do a video. Well, why? Because I got a package in the mail. And it is from, I'm not going to cover up today, it's from my buddy Scott Water. See, I'll just do that. I'll show my address, not his. He said he was sending me a package. I got a huge package over there for him. I just have to I have to steal it, stamp it, send it. But every time I go to do that, I find something else and I throw something else in the box. So I got a pile of stuff there for you, Scott. It's incredible. So we're riding high on the coattails of the election yesterday. I just thought I'd kind of give my 2 cents there. And it's a hard decision for a lot of people because a lot of people didn't like the candidates. Well, a buddy of mine, we were talking, and he says, he doesn't understand why people are whining about the actual, head of the party. Because it's not the head of the party that you're voting for. It's the party that you're voting for, and their platform, and what their beliefs are, and what they're wanting to offer or stand for us common folk. So we got rid of the Liberals after 15 years of, I'll just put it that way, after 15 years. It's time to go, Joe. And now we got the Progressives, which I'm a blue blood through and through, so I am very happy. And now we just need to get rid of the Liberals on the federal front and get the Progressives in there, and I'll be even happier. And that comes next year. So, but without further ado, let's get to this package, because I know a couple of things that are in there, but I'm not going to try to guess. I'm not going to try to go on. I know 2 things that are in here. Let's just put it that way. One because Scott told me. He told me so. So I have to get a better knife. I have to get a cooler knife, don't I? Because look at this thing. I don't know what the heck this thing is, but I do like red. It's my favorite color. Black and red. They're kind of like Cannibal Corpse colors. Black and red. Oh, here. Alright, people. Let's see. Well, this is very nice. I like this. I'm gonna guess and say that Scott's grandson, Bruce, I think his name is, did this. And I want to say, Scott, this was a masterpiece. That's awesome, buddy. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, alright, hold on. Alright, how am I pulling this out? Lots of stuff here, Oh boy. Alright, that's going to take everything out. Put it like that. There we go. So first, some guitar picks. And it's funny because I do collect stuff like this, although I don't know where to get them. So I started collecting them because I had some from before, just a couple here and there that I gotten over the years, and then I've gotten a bunch from Scott, who collects them like crazy. And like, I do collect everything and anything music. I just don't go to a lot of concerts anymore because I find some of them are kind of pricey, and I'm getting old. Let's just face it. I'm 2 years off of 50, and I know it's a dumb excuse. Maybe I'll start going again, but anyways, so he sends me a bunch of picks all the time, which is great because I collect them. So the one is Mortification. Can you see that? I don't know what it says underneath here. Steve Rowe, Break the Curse. That's cool. Thanks, bud. Oh, Tom Eaton. I'm gonna guess and say he's the guitar player for Hand to Fire. Oh, is it focus? No. And that last album that we just put out is a great album, Philadelphia. That's great. And that's signed, all the guys' little autographs on the back. Now, now this is really cool. Oh, this is okay. All right, this is 2 in 1. Just a second here. Oh no, it's not. I see what it is. Okay. This is Angelic Force, and look at that. Scott had it signed to me by Robert Gutierrez. And if those who don't know, this was the band, I think, the one before Ultimatum. I can't remember if he was in another band. I think it was Holy Sacrifice or something. I don't know if that morphed into this and this. I think this here morphed into Ultimatum. And I've heard a couple of tracks off of this, off of YouTube, and I really like it. I thought it was really cool. And it has a female vocalist on it. Her name is Stacy Carrera. And the two, I think I heard 2 tracks. The 2 tracks I heard I really liked. So I had mentioned that to Scott, we had got talking. He goes, well, I'll send it to you. So I'm like, awesome. So that's friggin' so awesome. And there's and of course this is out on Rocks Records and the No Life to Metal records. Scott's just starting that up, so I'm anticipating from talking to him. He's got a lot of good releases coming out, and card. See, they're not in any whatchamacallit, because we send them back and forth to keep the price of shipping down. Oh, look at this. Terraphobia. Oh, nice. And that one, oh, I remember what this is. This is the CD that came with the album if you ordered that package. Well, at the time, funds were a little tight, so I could only get the vinyl. I have the vinyl kicking over there somewhere. And but Scott said he hooked me up with the CD, so that's awesome, because this is a great album. Anybody into death metal? There you go. Grab it. Highly recommend it. Okay, so next, I'm looking forward to this. The stuff I've heard off of this is incredible. Primal. I can hardly wait to throw this in the van. And it's got Glenn Rogers from Hyrax, Deliverance. I think he did a stint in Vengeance Rising. Now he's back in Deliverance. Guitar extraordinaire. The guy's incredible. And this album reminds me, I've heard a couple tracks, and the singer reminds me of something, and I can't place it, but I'll get it. Anyways, it's got 10 songs, 2 bonus songs. I'm gonna be cranking this in the van when I get to I gotta go to my mom and dad's today and do do some work. So, and there's the, and again, oh, this one's strictly on the No Life to Metal records. Way to go, Scott. I'm just having my first morning coffee. Now this one, I remember talking to Scott about. He was doing the graphics for this one, and but now I'm at a loss. I think it's a praise and worship album, but Scott did the graphics for it, which he's really phenomenal at. It's Eddie B. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about it. It's called Praise You If I Go Through It, and then Thank You If I Don't. That's obviously going through tough times, and that's obviously when the times are good. So, and that's the back card. So I'm going to give this a whirl too, because I remember him saying something about it. I think it's a praise and worship album, but it's a metal praise and worship. So I'll be anticipating this one as well. Oh, it looks like a Jerusalem sticker, and I love stickers. That's cool. I like that. That's a cool cover. I think I have 2 Jerusalem albums. I'm not sure. Well, there's another one. And then I'm guessing I think this is a new Bride album. They lost me for a number of years because I didn't really care for some of their stuff. Their earlier stuff is absolutely incredible. Like, Snakes in the Playground, the very first album, Show No Mercy, I think it's called. And then there was the second one, which had Hell No, Metal Might, I can't even remember what it's called. It had the Dore picture on the front. But their early stuff was really metal, was really awesome. And then they kind of petered out into this other stuff that I didn't really care for. And yeah. Now this is awesome. This is so awesome. My favorite Motorhead song of all times on red vinyl, Iron Fist. That is absolutely my favorite. Lots of guys have Ace of Spades for theirs. No. Here's the original sleeve, picture sleeve. Scott just put it in one of those, which is cool because to preserve this. Yeah. These must be dates or something that were April 9th. In 1982, on April 9th, I turned 12 years old, and they played the Odeon in Birmingham. That's cool. I love it. Yeah, my ultimate Motorhead song. That is so cool. Thanks, Scott. I really appreciate that. I remember he had it, and I had commented about that being my favorite. He goes, "Well, let me see if I get it, what I can do." And there it is. So, thanks, buddy. That's awesome. And a 12-inch, and I don't have this obviously, and that is One Row Vision, Two-Headed Monster. The cover's really cool. That's got there a second. Pure Australian Heavy Street Rock, which is, it's limited to 150 copies. This is 116. And this is Steve Rowe's project. Who's in it? Lincoln Bowen, who was in Mortification, and Adam Zilla, which I don't know where he's from. But we'll throw this on the turntable and check this out. This is awesome. Thanks, Scott. This is in the Rocks Underground series. This is the first one they put out, which is really cool to have. I haven't bought all the Rocks series just because I think there's 11 of them. I've bought a lot of them, but I mean, money's always tight, right? Like, I have 3 girls, a wife, a house, so money gets tight when you got other things you have to pay for. So, and not that I'm whining about it. I'm definitely not whining about it. I have a large collection of music, and I've been very blessed to be able to buy stuff, so I'm not whining about anything. So don't get me wrong. But, like I've said to Scott, you can't buy everything in the world, and even he has said, like, there's just so much out there that you want to buy, but you have to pick and choose what you do buy. So this is really cool. This is on standard black vinyl. That's cool. Insert card. And finally, last but not least, this is awesome. Jimmy P. Brown and Manny Morales. I have them actually both on my friends list. And every once in a while I'll comment or chat with Manny about a couple of things. Nothing like a mass in-depth conversation, just adding a comment here and there. And him rebutting and then me rebutting kind of thing. And other than that, I don't know anything about this band actually. I just know that Jimmy and Manny are in the band. And I don't know who the drummer is, John Knox. And that is Eraserhead. That is a cool promo shot. I love it. And obviously the Eraserhead's coming out on Retroactive Records. And that, I believe, is Matthew Hunt's label. So he puts out a lot of good stuff too. So I highly recommend that you go and check that website out. I think he sells a lot of stuff from Boone's Overstock. Now, you know what? I might be wrong. That might not be his label. I don't know. Scott, if you know, you'll know. So correct me down there. If that's Matthew Hunt's label or if he just owns Boone's Overstock. I don't know. But this is cool. That's awesome. Scott he's got me collecting these things too. I don't know where to get them, but I get them from him. And that's awesome. Because I got a bunch of them so far from Scott. I don't know where the guy gets his stuff. But hey. And then, now this is awesome. I just wish I could get it signed. And I have, again, all 3 guys except for Victor on my Facebook. And I chat with them as well. Deliverance. Now that is awesome. I have, up there, I have the poster from when Rocks did the first album. They put that poster out. Scott sent me, I ordered it. It was the pre-orders. You were supposed to get the poster. I didn't pre-order it. I waited for a long time to get it. Just because for me to switch over into American funds and like the conversion and then the shipping, one album will be like $70 for me. Because that album, I think, if I remember correctly, was $30 American. So you switch it over and then you ship it. You add another, sometimes you add another $25 to that album. So you're looking at $50 for an album. And if you don't absolutely love the album, that's a lot of money for an album. Not to say that I don't love it. I love it. But what I do is I wait until I get enough money I can scrape together to get a pile of them. And then I order them, and then the shipping isn't as expensive. Anyways, that's Deliverance. And that is my mail first thing in the morning. That's awesome. Thanks, Scott. I really appreciate that. I'm going to be checking all that stuff out. As soon as I get the chance, I'm going to be shipping yours off. You've got a pile of stuff in there, and I hope you like it. I trust you will, because I got you some stuff in there that, a lot of Canadian stuff. I like sending you Canadian metal that I find because, well, I'm Canadian. And I'm just trying to support it. Anyways, guys, that's my vid. You guys have a great day. I'm going to finish my first morning coffee, and then I will go about my day. See you guys.